Feuchamaich Ye Scots the Celtic podcast. Kimraha Huladunya, how is everyone? On today's show in Feuchamaich Beagan Gaidhlig, that's Let's Try Little Gaelic. Frustrated with Gaelic in Celtic history.
A brief history of Clan Donald. Part 2, the Viking period.
In everyday Celtic ways. Politics and intrigue of the Celtic world. Now we're going to hear music from Selkie Girls, Gaelic Storm, Karen Matheson, Dougie MacLean, and Maeve McKinnon. In the history of Ireland, 980 AD, the King of Dublin, Olaf Cuaran, abdicates following the defeat at the Battle of Tara to Máel Sechnaill MacDonald. Máel Sechnaill demands and is paid tribute by the Vikings at Dublin. Now, this tribute date is recognized as the foundation date of Dublin as a city. If you're already a subscriber to the Ye Olde Scot YouTube channel and enjoy the variety of interesting videos and podcasts that we produce weekly, then you should join us on the Ye Olde Scot Facebook group. Not only do you get all the great videos you already enjoy, but so much more. Come and connect with your Celtic community here on Ye Olde Scot Facebook group. Welcome to Learn a Gaelic Song. Today's song is actually called Gaelic Song, and it's by the Selkie Girls. Now, the Selkie Girls' second album, Long Time Traveling, expands the band's sound with more intricate arrangements, further pushing the envelope of contemporary folk music. The lead-off track, the Gaelic Song, won the Celtic Radio Music Award for Best Song of 2015 in the Roots Traditional category. Now, I don't know a whole lot about the song, the history of it, or story behind it, so if you do know, please let me know, because I'm very interested. Alright, remember, Gaelic at the top, English at the bottom. Get ready.
Lagos mi baina ya falna lo rovio horna so rovio iri horo va goro shana kam savana shala falna lo rovio horna so rovio iri horo va goro. Clon his shot fallen on low rovio horne so rovio iri horo va goro macfo ik file and fallen on low rovio horne so rovio iri horo va goro. Rovio, horne so rovio, iri horo va goro. Faram faicha horam rigare, falnalo. Rovio, horne so rovio, iri horo va goro. Fiangol hocus la, falnalo. Rovio, horne so rovio, iri horo va goro. Bibarak nam fetchen head la falalo. Rovio, horne so rovio, iri horo va goro. Falanalo, Rovio, Orneso, Rovio, Iri Horova, Goro, Gita Danga, Hurum, Nathan, Falanalo, Rovio, Orneso, Rovio, Iri Horova, Goro, Gile, Unyen, Moringas, Falanalo, Rovio, Orneso, Rovio, Iri Horova, Goro, Drorio, Ganto, Himash, Falanalo, Rovio, Orneso, Rovio, Iri Horova, Goro.
Scottish Gaelic is native to the Gaels of Scotland. Scottish Gaelic developed out of the Old Irish, and learning this beautiful language can be a direct link to your Gaelic ancestors. Follow along in Feuchamaich Beagan Gaidhlig, and like I said, let's try a little Gaelic. Frustrated with Gaelic? An easy way to keep the Scottish Gaelic language alive is to keep it in your daily vocabulary. Little bits here and there to let those around you know how important it is to you. This is especially important if you have small children. They will have the benefits of learning another language and share a common link with you and your heritage. 1 to 10 in Gaelic. Un, 1. Ja, 2, 3, 3. Céachair, 4. Coic, 5. Shia, 6. Seach, 7. Och, 8. Noi, 9. And Jack, 10. Numbers 11 through 20 in Gaelic. Un Jiag, Da Jiag, Trí Jiag, Céachair Jiag, Coic Jiag, Shia Jiag, Seach Jiag, Och Jiag, Noi Jiag, and Ficant. Other numbers in Gaelic. Jack Ikit, 30. Da Ikit, 40. Da Ikit Sajek, 50. Also, Blahiat, half 100. Trí Ficant, 60. Kiat, 100. And Mila, 1000. Ordinal numbers in Gaelic. Hiat, first. Darna, second. Trace, third. Kethra, fourth. Coicav, fifth. Shiativ, 6th, Shakiv 7th, Akiv 8th, Noyev 9th, and Jekiv 10th.
Mary's eyes are startling blue, and her hair's Newcastle gold, and she walks the thin white line between the body and the soul. She's as faithful to her history as a novice to his fast, for she is standing on the bones of Ireland's past. She is singing of the troubles and the fire in the land, till I can almost feel the famine slipping through my trembling hand. And I wonder as I hear her that the spirit still shines through, and she can reach across the ocean deep and break my heart in two. Mary is wise as she is foolish. She's as constant as the tide, for it's a woman's heart that beats beneath that stubborn Irish pride. We are saints and we are sinners, we are heroes, we are thieves, we are all of us beginners on the road to Galilee. She is singing of the troubles and the fire in the land, till I can almost feel the famine slipping through my trembling hand. And I wonder as I hear her that the spirit still shines through, and she can reach across the ocean deep and break my heart in two. So let us hoist a pint of silence to the east where Ireland lies, and we will stare across the waters for a glimpse of Mary's eyes. We are ships without a harbor, we are sailors on dry land, and the song goes on forever, even though the record can't. She is singing of the troubles and the fire in the land, till I can almost feel the famine slipping through my trembling hand. And I wonder as I hear her that the spirit still shines through, and she can reach across the ocean deep and break my heart in two.
Celtic history brings you the tales of the land, castles, warriors, heroes, legends, and customs that have created the rich, vibrant, and sometimes strange and wonderful history of the Celtic world.
A Brief History of Clan Donald. Part 2, The Viking Period. The forefathers of Clan Donald remained in the west as rulers of Argyll, but in the 9th century the Viking tide engulfed them. and during the confusion of the Norse period the thread of ancestry claimed by the clan genealogists became indistinct and incapable of substantive proof. After colonizing the northern Isles of Orkney, the Norsemen settled in the two Atlantic archipelagos of the Inner and Outer Hebrides, establishing Viking stations from which to conduct their summer raiding, and marrying the local population. From this mixed race, the later clans of the Western Isles evolved. At the Battle of Clontarf in 1014, a Viking army was defeated outside Dublin by the great Irish hero Brian Boru, and the independent power of the Hebridean Norse diminished considerably. The Western Isles came within the sphere of the Kingdom of Man, the powerful earldom of Orkney, which during the 11th century also exercised an influence over events in northern Scotland. Towards the end of the 11th century, the Norwegian king Magnus Bearlegs formally annexed the Hebrides and the southern half of the Kintyre Peninsula, and they remained tributaries of Norway for 150 years.
Shinoch ka chiad eich an awr ho hiri o sa rair ho na mina che ho hiri o go ho hiri o hi vo hi uru sa rair ho na mina che ho hiri o eta que una vai sona le ho hiri o go ho hiri o hi vo hi uru eta que una vai sona le ho hiri o ha go galans ha go
Everyday Celtic Ways brings you the mythology, traditions, and customs that have created a unique and personal culture that still affects those that are Celtic and those that just love the Celtic world. Politics and intrigue of the Celtic world. The rough wooing is attributed to Scottish nobleman George Gordon. He describes a brutal 16th century religious and dynastic war between England and Scotland. The 1540s saw English forces pillage or occupy areas of Scotland, even ravaging Edinburgh and other towns. Despite its victories, the Crown wasted money and lives. King Henry VIII's primary goal with this war was to ensure the marriage of the child Mary, Queen of Scots, to Henry's young heir, Edward. Born in April 1512, James V, Catholic King of the Scots, inherited his crown in infancy after his father was killed. In 1528, the teen assumed full power. 6 years later, the Protestant Reformation prompted his uncle Henry to separate the Church of England from Rome. This allowed him to seize Catholic properties. Their ensuing religious rift led to war in 1542. The Scottish were victorious in August at Haddon Rig in November, then suffered a loss at Solway Moss by a smaller English force. James's poorly led army was routed. Some 1,200 men were captured, and ailing James died 3 weeks later, leaving his 6-day-old daughter Mary as successor. Determined to impose union between Scotland and England, Henry insisted on marriage between Mary and Edward in a July 1543 treaty. Scottish loyalties split between English-backed Protestants and Catholics. Scottish regent James Hamilton signed the treaty. Then, when pressured, he switched to the Catholic position. The Scottish Parliament renounced Henry VIII's treaty in December 1543, prompting a fierce response. An invading English army commanded by Edward Seymour attacked Edinburgh in May 1544, burning the city on the king's orders. In February 1545, at Ancram Moor, the Scots routed an English force that had been raiding the borders. An uneasy truce followed, then Henry died. In 1547, leaving 9-year-old Edward VI as king. The boy's uncle Seymour, Duke of Somerset, served as regent in his stead. After also failing to force a marriage alliance, Somerset resumed hostilities in September. He arrived outside Edinburgh with some 18,000 troops plus a fleet armed with modern artillery. The 22,000 Scots who met them on September 10th at Pinkie Cleugh used outdated pike tactics. The English use of combined operations, integrating infantry, cavalry, land base, and naval artillery, this decimated about 6,000 Scots in what the Scots recall as Black Saturday. The Scots continued to resist, hiding 40-year-old Queen Mary on Inchmahome Island. Though Somerset garrisoned troops across eastern Scotland, he could not complete his victory. Increased cost and domestic turmoil weakened English resolve. In August 1548, Scots spirited their young queen to France. The English abandoned their Haddington base in 1549, and negotiations in March 1550 ended hostilities. The nation signed a formal peace a year later.
Muck and rainy is the nicht, there's no star in all the carry. Lightnings gleam athwart the lift, and winds drive on wi' winter's fury. Oh, are you sleeping, Maggie? Oh, are you sleeping, Maggie? Let me in, for loud the linn is rowing o'er the Warlock Craggy. Fearful socks the Burtree bank, the rifted wood roars wild and dreary. Loud the iron, yet does clank, and cry a hullet's Max Meary. Oh, are you sleeping, Maggie? Oh, are you sleeping, Maggie? Let me in, for loud the linn is rowing o'er the Warlock Craggy. Abune my breath I darna speak, for fear arouse your walker right daddy calls the blast upon my cheek. Oh rise, my bonny lady. Oh, are you sleeping, Maggie? Oh, are you sleeping, Maggie? Let me in, for loud the wind is rowing over the Warlock Craggy. She's let him in, he's cast aside his creeping plighty. Blow your worst, your rain and wind, since Maggie knew I'm inside you. New since you're walking, Maggie, new since you're walking, Maggie. What care I for Hullet's cry, for Butry Bank or Warlock Craggy?
Top of Love Heritage. Now remember to check out my YouTube channel. It's got Celtic music, podcasts, Gaelic language, Gaelic song, Celtic history videos, plus lots more. And my Facebook group where you can give me your inputs and insights on all things Celtic.
Goodbye, Apple Baby. Marcia Weave.
Goodbye, everybody. But I'm going to let you go with a song.
O mochis jam fed ban Mian magachok fen O mochis jam fed ban Mochiat lan smogda Shanach du ed moldav Famuleon se Struag nach romi madva Kviel suntoch Struag nach romi madva Monta jont mim verban Schafinjen trast Kianal torshach Spoch nach romi jagul Tjauner dit goalein Spoch nach romi jagul Nische sjol dit hud Down en clouden en rug Tövnem fodan Strich kan chia dit mohud Kaimat hami Strich kan chia dit mohud Smiri pranen kul Lona hok med ut kund Oi kedalvein Bouncelum savitav Lemochiat grav Bouncelum savitav Et tøvnum bjaunarst Gun veratagen skall Achnes Kieten stag of I bron Hauns na kuntjen Kieten stag of I bron Od get hele små jord Och kan ut mi vid chod Oi gerumni Mile marashkeda nor Cold mal vaivdish Mile marashkeda nor Skarsha regne mal leon Sed ga kumpiken tror Små de granja Homo hischam fed ban Mian gachog ven Homo hischam fed ban Mochiet lernen små grag Kjennak du dem og bav